What up, guys? Another day, another dollar. It's raining out. Hold on. Anyway, I've been thinking since my last video. Some of you guys commented. That was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to get much feedback from there, but I'm happy that I did. I don't want to necessarily get into the feedback today, but I do want to talk about what I was thinking of after I posted that, and it was prompted by something that somebody said. Do I have my phone? Let me get my phone. Hold on. I'm back. Yeah. Which video? It was the What Arch Linux Does to a Man. Somebody commented on that video. And let me just pull up the person. Yuki-DT8OM. Yeah, I responded to your comment, and I also have been thinking about your quarter-life crisis. You said, okay, seriously, is this what I become if I continue on my path? Like I'm a network tech going into cybersecurity. Basically, it's giving him second thoughts about life and his direction after hearing me talk about the repercussions of going into the Linux world. And part of that, the main thing that I was talking about in the video was like this idea that once you get into the Linux environment, the open source community, you start to develop some sort of a God complex, and that's specific to me. I want to mention that that's something that I experience personally. I don't know if it affects everybody, probably not even a majority. But as I use more open source software, I realize that people put unnecessary restrictions on things. I'm just giving you the gist here. And I think it's in my best interest to go against the grain and use the harder alternative if it means I have more control over my setup. Now the problem that I was alluding to in that video, or talking about, is once you develop that mindset, you sort of use it in places where it's not needed or wanted. So places like relationships, you take responsibility for other people's problems and stuff, and that can lead to resentment, that sort of thing. And so I've been thinking about that. And it's like, I guess I was also thinking about my image, because I don't want to come across like I have a God complex, because I don't think I do. Or maybe I should say I do, but I also have so much self-doubt that it cancels out. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but I've seen memes about it, so I'm sure other people do experience this, but I don't know how common it is. I have all of these positive things to say about myself in private, but as soon as I compare myself to other people, I have so much self-doubt that it's like I'm comfortable with my competence as a person individually, but as soon as I'm put in an environment with other people, I feel inadequate, which isn't very good. So like I'm constantly thinking to myself, am I good enough for this position? Do I deserve to be here? Am I doing all the right things? And another part of myself, in the same circumstance, is like, wow, I'm too good for this. I'm so competent that like I can do this super easily, and I don't know a better way to really describe that feeling. There's like two different halves of my brain competing for the same attention. Maybe this is the classic archetype of having an angel on your shoulder and a devil on the other. Maybe that's it. But just in a, you have good and bad, but you also have confidence and doubt. if I were to plot it, I feel like it would be a two-dimensional graph where you have, actually no, I don't think that makes sense. There are multiple dimensions of something even grander, I would assume. Because you can have good and bad, but you can also have competence and doubt. That's not the right thing to say. You can have competence and incompetence, and you can also have confidence and doubt. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's a more simplified idea. You have competence and incompetence, and you also have confidence and doubt. And you can fall anywhere in those four sections of this spectrum that I'm creating, this two-dimensional Cartesian plane. And oftentimes, I don't know if I exist when I'm doing something in each of these planes simultaneously, each of these quadrants, or if I move from quadrant to quadrant depending on how the task's going. I think that might be it. You know, if something seems a little uncertain, I might increase in doubt, and I might decrease in confidence. So go into the doubt incompetent quadrant. I should say, I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. I should say that this is perceived confidence and self-confidence, perceived ability. Anyway, I don't know, that's just an idea that I had. What else did he say? Thought I should start daily driving Linux, and then this video pops up. You have gained a sub and sent me into a less than quarter-life crisis. I feel bad about that, I'm sorry. I had since posted a video that that addressed that, and he said that he's no longer in a quarter-life crisis, so that's cool. I'm happy for you. I'm wearing this shirt because it's too big for me, right? And it's raining out, and I don't want to wear my good shirts. I guess this is the best shirt I own, which is which is funny. It's the nicest shirt I own here. It's the only one with the collar, yet I'm wearing it as my bad shirt for staying inside. I guess I don't have the confidence to pull this off. I don't know. What do you guys think about what I said about the four quadrants thing? Do you often find yourself existing as somebody who's super confident and has a lot of perceived competence, but at the same time existing as somebody who feels like they're not super competent and also has a lot of doubt? I could work on my wording so much. That would probably do me good, but you understand, you get the gist here. Yeah, let me know. That's all for today's video. Bye.